Hey guys, welcome back to Broken Journey, the podcast. I am your host, Elba. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're having a wonderful day so far. So, guys, this is part two of the Mental Health Awareness Month. In the month of May, there are various awarenesses, and mental health awareness is one of them. And so, in the previous episode, I mentioned what mental health awareness is and some statistics. And I started with building your coping toolbox. So, this is part two of that. And if you have not heard episode one, go back and listen to it. So, guys, everyone goes through a period of hardship and stress. It's important to take care of yourself and have tools on standby to use when time gets tough. Creating your toolbox can be as simple as writing a list on your phone or on a piece of paper of what helps, like breathing exercises or going for a run. This way, when you start struggling with your mental health, you don't have to remember what to do or search for tips. You can also have a physical toolbox and fill it with things like a stress ball. Write notes to yourself, a photo that makes you happy. If you make a physical toolbox, it is a good idea to still include a list of non physical coping tools as well, right? So, part two. So, here is toolbox number one, problem solving. Make a list of potential solutions to problems. It can help to brainstorm with a friend or a family member, right? That will help you with problem solving. Make a list of your strengths. There are plenty of things about you that are awesome, no matter how down you are feeling at the moment. So make that list. If a person has upset you, talk to them directly. Fill in the blanks to this sentence. I feel blank when this happens because blank. Next time, could you please blank? So let's give an example with the blanks filled, right? I feel left out when you make plans and don't tell me until the last minute because then I can't join. Next time, can you please invite me earlier? That's a good one, right? Then we have toolbox number two, hobbies and stress relievers. Learn something new. There are tutorials for all kinds of hobbies online. And yes, I'm going to say YouTube. YouTube University will get you started. And TikTok, even if it's still available, because there's so much controversy going on with that. But any social media, you can find things that you can do in any social media, right? And so go online, go to YouTube University, like I said, go to Google, go to your social media accounts and look for anything. Let's say crocheting for beginners, let's say painting for beginners, let's say art for beginners. There are plenty of things to do. There's a lot of DIYs from the dollar store. It doesn't have to be really expensive, to do. And you can even do things on Canva, creating words or creating digital designs and stuff like that, if that's something that you love to do as well, right? And then we have create a craft project. Have a friend come over with you. Go to the dollar store, get those dollar store canvas, get the dollar store paint brushes, get the dollar store paint, and you can do something simple, right? It doesn't have to be the most gorgeous thing, but it can be something to release the stress, right? You can just draw whatever or paint whatever or just just to have some fun. And doing it with a friend is even better. You can also do writing, right? You can write a story, a poem, or an entry in a journal. Again, another coping mechanism. Doing a story, maybe you can do a fiction story, right? Something funny, something that happened to you. that later on you look and you laugh at. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened to me. That was so funny. And then you can always look back at it and use it on a day that you're feeling sad, right? And then get active. Maybe go take some dancing classes. Maybe go running or play a sport you're good at, something that's going to get you moving. Maybe ask a friend to go with you walking. That's another thing that you can do. I don't know where you live at, but I live in Florida and it's hot as heck. But there's times where I just go for a little walk and I just walk around and just walk around my area and just, listen to the birds sometimes. Sometimes in the morning, there's birds out there chirping like nobody's business. They're having a concert out there. But yeah, maybe call a friend and say, hey, you want to go for a walk or, maybe walk the mall or walk in the park. Maybe if you have a pet, take the pet with you to the park and just go and move. Moving really brings a whole bunch of different feelings, right? And the most important is joy. Play a game or do a puzzle. Those are things that you can also buy at the dollar store. And I'm not I'm not affiliated with the dollar store and I'm not getting paid. But sometimes funds are a little tight, and you're trying to figure out things to do and the dollar store can resolve some of those issues. Right? And again, they have puzzles as well. Or you can take a puzzle game on your phone. They have apps that have puzzle games. So you can sit down maybe in your backyard or you can sit on your sofa and put some really nice music and start playing around with your phone, right? Get a plant or start a garden. You can start your little plant garden. That is so much fun. I actually did that this Mother's Day weekend. I, decided that I was just going to relax at home. And so what I did was I had purchased some seeds for some fruit, some vegetables, not fruits, for some vegetables. And I went and I started planting them. So actually, I do have fruits. Well, one. I took a lemon and I took the seeds. I mean, I used the lemon and I took the seeds. I wrapped them in a wet paper towel. I put them inside a Ziploc bag and I left them there for 3 weeks. And when I opened it, it was sprouting. I was so excited. So, again, during Mother's Day, I took some time to replant some of my plants that I have at home. And I actually propagated some of them. So, propagating is just removing more than one and then separating them, right? So, I did that, which was pretty cool. So, now I have extra plants. And then I had purchased some seeds and I, planted those as well. So, it was really cool. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm getting so mama plant over here. I was planting away for Mother's Day. So, anyway, that's another thing that you can do. You know, get a plant or start a garden. Relaxation exercises. This is really good, right? Practice belly breathing. Put one hand on your stomach and start to inhale slowly. As you breathe in, imagine a balloon in your stomach filling up and continue to inhale until the balloon is very full. Put your hand on your heart, feel your heartbeat, and hold your breath for 5 seconds. Now let your breath out slowly for 10 seconds. Feel your belly flatten like a deflated balloon. Repeat, repeat this process 4 to 5 times, and you should notice your heartbeat slow down and your muscles relax. Another relaxation exercise is playing with a fidget toy. I know sometimes we have children playing with fidget toys, but you can also do it as well. Again, go for a walk. Feel the ground under your feet and the air on your skin. Focus on your senses, right? What you're feeling. Find a guide meditation on YouTube. Do Pilates or do some kind of stretching exercise, right? Read a book, listen to music, listen to a podcast like Broken Journey, the podcast, or an audiobook, right? You can do either one. Or another relaxing exercises is unplugging from your phone, your tablet, your computer for at least a half an hour to an hour. Here is another relaxation exercise. Use your five senses. Tuning into your sensory experiences can be comforting during intense moments. So, your touch, stress ball, silly putty, a pet or a stuffed animal, or a blanket. Those are your touches, right? Hear, click on a pen, pop bubble wrap, listen to a calming playlist is for hearing. See, photos with loved ones, a snow globe, affirmation or quote cards. Taste, sour candy, mint, tea, and smell. Candle, scented lotion, or essential oils. These are all sensory exercise. So, guys, those were the remaining coping toolbox mechanisms. And I just want to leave you with some information, right? If you need help, text a friend, ask someone to just sit with you, call a family member, call a friend you haven't spoke to recently. Call a warm line if you can't think of anyone to reach out to. The number is 1-800-273-TALK. And if you don't want to talk to them, they have a text line. You're going to text the word hello to 741-741. Again, the number is 800-273-TALK or text hello to 741-741. And you can also get assistance for anxiety, depression, or any mental health illness that you have by going to mhascreening.org. Again, that's mhascreening.org. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast. I hope that this has helped you, or if you know someone who needs the assistance, please share this with others. Thanks again for taking the time to listen to my podcast. Have a good day. Bye.